Hey folks, welcome back to another HP Gaming GameLINK video. We are super excited to bring you once again another Kickstarter unboxing. This is a game that is part of a series that I have loved from the bottom of my heart for a very long time. In part because of the childish, look, the 13-year-old in me is very, very excited. We unboxed the first one on the channel a couple of years back now. This is something that I am super pumped and super excited about, most importantly because I get to say fuck during this unboxing. So if there's little ears in the room and you haven't already heeded my warning that I've posted earlier, now's the last opportunity to put those kids to bed because this is definitely not safe for work. We are unboxing the absolute fucking chaos that is Epic Spell Wars of the Battle Wizards Annihilageddon 2 Xtreme Nacho Legends. Hello again, ladies and gentlemen. If you are joining us for the first time, my name is Matt and I am sure we are destined to be the very best of friends. I am here today, as I said in the tease, to unbox the fucking spectacular Epic Spell Wars of the Battle Wizards Annihilageddon 2 Xtreme Nacho Legends in this awesome epic fluoro box. I don't know whether the cameras are doing it justice. It is literally epic. This is a deck builder, so yay, it's definitely in my wheelhouse because I love a good deck building game, as you will be aware. In addition, this is part of the deck building, the Epic Battle Wizards universe. So expect mayhem, expect chaos. I mean, if that picture on the front of the box doesn't give you an idea of what you're in store for, then perhaps maybe you should watch something else. This is a game that is designed for 2 to 5 players, deck building extraordinaire, and is designed for 17 plus, hence the swearing and the not safe for work warning that I posted before. If you haven't heeded my warning, well, that's it. You're in for a bit of luck because I intend to swear as much as possible during this unboxing video. Now, this plastic is going to get ripped off here. We're going to get into the box. We have some extra goodies. Ooh, some extra goodies for you as well. The box feels amazing. This is plastic, goes on the fucking floor. The box art, as you can see on the overhead there, is just sick and twisted and amazing, and I love it. Basically, this is a game in which 2 to 5 players will go head-to-head and effectively wield cards and spells and effectively try to obliterate the absolute bejesus out of each other until there is just one left standing. And by one left standing, I mean the person with the most victory points wins. If you've played or watched the other unboxing for the first Annihilageddon, which you'll find here, that will give you an overview about the gameplay and the mechanics and so on and so forth. This is more of the same, different wizards, and yes, it is backwards compatible with the original, so you can pick and choose your favorite wizards from across the universe of Epic Spell Wars and basically bring them into the fray. And I believe both sets are compatible with the Epic Spell Wars of the Battle Wizards games, Mount Skullfire, Panic at Pleasure Palace, all that sort of stuff, which is amazing. There are some extra goodies I'm going to show you, but first things first, let's open the box and have a look at some cards. I brought the overhead in a little bit closer today so that we can get a look at the cards. The art is sick and twisted and amazing, and I dig it. We're going to pop that just to the side here because it is huge and epic and all the rest of it. You know what, let's bring that in a touch more because it's just epic. All right, we have appropriately named a rulebook, which is pretty straightforward. Xtreme Nacho Legends rulebook, the artwork. I love these. So this has got a bit of backstory about what's going on. It's it's ridiculous. I love it. But it gives you an idea of what you're getting into. If you haven't read top of the box, this is batshit balls to the wall crazy. Ball rocking magic, wild magic, power up with nacho chips, types of cards, how to play. It is very similar to the DC deck building game by Cryptozoic. It uses that same Cerebus engine. And this is additional rules. It's stuff, attack and defense cards, own versus control, wild magic, The trophy standee having a limp wand, which is always a bad thing. The Nacho chips, credits, etc. Turn sequence, all that sort of cool stuff, which we know and love. Then we have tokens for days. Now, here's the kicker. If you are unlucky enough to have your head ripped from your fucking body while you play this game, it is okay because you get the opportunity to pick up a Dead Wizard token. Now, the Dead Wizard token is worth -3 points at the end of the game, but it gives you some crazy bonuses. Shuffle each legend in your hand into your deck. So even though you die, you get to come back, respawn, and take the fight to your opponents with some upgraded abilities, which is always awesome. Speaking of abilities, you've got ability tokens here, and these allow you to do some crazy shit. Replace one of your starter glyphs with Weird Wand. Attacks from your wands deal +1 damage and cannot be blocked. That's nice and powerful as well. Tokens for days. We have here Nacho chips. Now, I believe, from what I understand, the Nacho chips, the more you have, the more powerful you become. So they're definitely worth seeking out. We have this -5 token here, which you're a dingler token, -5. That's nasty. No one wants to be a dingler. Then we have get anything on the mystery menu. Okay, so this is what I'm talking about. 3 Xtreme Nacho chips. From the Nacho God. Reveal the top card of the main deck. Mayhem. If it's a Mayhem card, deal 6 damage to everyone at the table. Holy fucking shit. Anything not on this, take an extra turn. That's powerful. So if you reveal a card that is not on that list by spending 3 Xtreme Nacho chips, you get to take an extra turn and can deal some massive, massive damage. More tokens. We have some health trackers, which are these little tiny skull tokens here, which are pretty straightforward. They're the same as what they were in the base game. Then we have the Nacho Tower Xtreme. I have to be careful because you don't want to damage it, because the Annihilageddon trophy has Nacho chips in there. There was a gilded plastic representation, like a 3D built thing that we could have purchased, but we went all in with everything else, and we had a lot of other Kickstarters happening at the same time, and I didn't know how much this is going to hit the table because it is so not appropriate for for children. I didn't know how it was going to. I couldn't justify the expense. Am I regretting it? You bet your fucking ass I am. Okay, so we have here this epic trophy standee, which I'm going to set up on our friend here on a box. I like the little divots in there too. There you go. Now, if you are holding the standee, you are doing well. Ideally, in most games of the Epic Spell Wars series, a standee is actually important as a piece that you can use to gain all sorts of magical powers. Dingler, there is 4 more Dingler tokens. You have got more Dead Wizard tokens that give you bonuses. Oh, here we go. Now, this is where all of the crazy really truly begins. Cards for days. This tray seems a little bit not as deep as it should be. Nope, there's nothing in the box under there. I think it is designed to hold extra cards as well, because obviously there's an expansion. There's always an expansion. Let's have a look at some wizards, because they are stupidly ridiculous. There seems to be a lot of them. We've got a few stretch goals in here as well, which I kind of dig. More plastic for the floor. Let's get rid of that shit. We have... Let's have a look on the overhead. You have Skog, the Narbarian, and is in gnarly, and you've got scabs and all sorts of stuff. And he's also wearing high heels, because why the fuck not? He has some slaves. You have more of that, and you have the health track. You start on 20 health, and then you go from there. And this is a promo card. So this is a promo pack you won't find in the retail version of the game. You are most welcome. Then we have Dagon, the Deep Doom. Now that just looks sick. I think I used this one as a promo. The death and destruction and the mayhem of these characters is absolutely epic. The back of the cards is the same artwork with the different numbers on there, so I won't skip over those. You have President Asshole. Remind you of anybody? He's literally an asshole face, and he's just... The artwork on these cards is fucking epic. It's absolutely amazing. I love it. We have Candy Cadaver, your carnal corpse. She is a zombie stripper, and she means business. Look out, she will rip you a new one in the most politest and pleasurable of ways, I'm sure. Jenny Jellybean and the Relics of Extinction. She looks nice and pretty, but she is absolutely annihilating the crap out of this guy. Eyeballs for days. That looks like a nasty way to go. Wixar the Witch King, who is holding some sorts of... the metal style of art is batshit balls to the wall crazy. I did warn you, this shit is epic. I kind of dig it. There is just... Holy shit, there is so much going on here. Like, he's literally severed there's a lady that's been cut in half. It's fucking sick. Then you have Agony Aunt, who is rocking some serious lube and all sorts of other paraphernalia. There's a lot of spanked bottoms here as well. That's going to be one that may potentially hit the table. Then you have Maztar Nimbus Eternal, the Dogo Daddy. Look at it. It's terrifyingly beautiful. I dig it. It's so good. And then you have Token Sax, the weed smoking cheese demon, who is literally smoking a spliff while he lets his cheesy ooze absorb all these crazies. That is awesome. We have more wizards for you because that's how we love. So the power of choice is important. Rather than just having 2 to 5 wizards that you can just choose from, there's like 120 in this box, which is an over-exaggeration, but who fucking cares? Plastic on that fucking floor. Get off there. Get off me. Crazy. All right, we have... It's nice to not have the kids home so I can do this and swear and all the rest of it. It's fantastic. Kilgore Murderfist, the Death Dealer. He has a chainsaw as an arm, which is fantastic, and just lots of blood. That is fantastic. We have La Biblioteca Rouge, Librarian of the Dead. She looks quite nasty. You've got these little ghosts who are doing some serious reading. We have Kimono Star Pop Demon, who is that's like a band, I guess, who is summoning demons to play. Carmodius Choo Choo, the Extraplanar Express. Oh, this game is insane. I love it. I love it. Wizard Man, the Bearded Badass, and Spellboy, his associate. Now, some of these will have familiars as well that you can summon and bring to the table, and that just adds all sorts of chaos as well. Damsel Distressia, the Helpless Princess, which also has the Fuck You Princess, because she means business. She's got wolves and dragons and ogres and all sorts of shit, and a lot of dead corpses, because that is what the game is about. King Skeeve of the Rotten Wand. Wow. Okay. You have Gonzo Shroompus, Doctor of Conjurism. That's a guest artist one. That looks sick and twisted as well. I kind of dig it. You have the Descendant, Power King of Legacy, and you've got all the different heroes that he has descended, the power has descended from, and all the rest of it as well. Then you have Satan No Crunch, the Serial Killer, which is a pun on words, but also some crazy artwork too. This game is crazy. My wife will never play this game. If she does, I'll be very, very impressed. But hey, we'll have a boys' night and we'll get into it. It'll be crazy fun. All right. Cards. Now we've got here baggies and things, which is nice. Fuck off, bird. Baggies, which I'm assuming they're for tokens, which is fantastic. Thank you, Cryptozoic and Corey Jones, for thinking about that. That is fabulous. Storage tray's nice. I don't mind it. There's components, spaces for components, and all the rest of it in baggies. Lots for all the cards. These are for your ability cards, Dead Wizard tokens, all that sort of stuff. Really, really fantastic. Let's have a look and see what we've got here. Let's see if we can find the starting decks, and we'll go from there. Again, these have got little pull tabs on them, but fuck that, I got a knife, and that's all I need to care about. So, now, true to form, when these guys do Kickstarters, they do go all in. More plastic for the floor. Fucking, they're cleaning up plastic for days. So, there's not just this box that we've got to talk to you about, but we'll come to that. There's a lot of other extras and some crazy shit that we need to discuss. So, this is a deck builder. These are starting cards. Enjoy. The Glyph will give you 1 power. It costs you 0. It is a starting card. It is worth 0 points at the end of the game. Get rid of them as far as you can, because they will clog up your deck for days. You have Fizzle, which has no effect whatsoever. It is a dead card in your hand. Get rid of that shit as much as you can. Then you have a Cheese Wand, because it's Nacho Legends, so there you go. Plus 1 power, attack, deal 1 damage to target player. If you defeat them this way, gain 3 Xtreme Nacho chips, because you deserve it. You killed them with literally 1 power from your Cheese Wand, and I love that it's a Dorito on the end of it, which is fantastic. Limp Wand. You don't want those. No one wants a Limp Wand. No one likes being called a Limp Wand, so put them in your other players, in your opponent's hands to cause trouble. Wild Magic. Wild Magic is literally that. You get to choose one. You can choose +2 power, or you can play the top card of any foe's deck and then put it in the discard pile. If it's an ongoing card, you get to keep it in your hand and into your deck instead. Worth 1 point, always available. Absolute chaos will reign supreme when Wild Magic is on the scene, and that is the way we love it. So as we go, I'm just going to separate these out because it's just going to be easier for me to do that for later on. Fizzle, and maybe we should just charge ahead. What do you think? Just charge ahead? Fuck that, we'll just charge ahead. Cheese wands for everybody, and we'll just put all the starting cards down here, limp wands and all the rest of it. Let's move on. What else we got? We got some more crazy shit, I'm pretty sure. So on your turn, you will play cards from hand, draw cards to the market row, all that sort of shit. Standard deck building rules apply. This is just a lot more fun because it's, as I said, batshit balls to the wall crazy and has lots of profanity and really grotesque and wonderful art that is just not appropriate for kids. When we first played Epic Spell Wars, Battle of the Dual Wizards at Mount Skullsfire, the original OG and one of the best in my opinion, which is also a dice dueling game. You've got to craft spells. Course Chaos, we played with 6 players, and within the first round of the game, 3 of us had been taken out because you just dealt that much damage and people rolled really high. It was fantastic. I loved it. Okay. Mega Mayhem. This is a new one. Mega Mayhem. Attack, deal damage to each player equal to the highest cost legend in the lineup. So you could do some massive, massive damage just because. Mayhem card. Each player loses HP equal to the highest cost card in their hand. That's a bit of dangerous, and I love it. Absolute chaos. That's for each player though, so that could hurt yourself as well. We don't want that. Weird Wand. So these are starter cards now. +1 power, deal 1 damage to target player. If you defeat them this way, you put 2 cards in your hand. So glyphs again, more glyphs, more glyphs. Okay, so that's interesting. We saw the glyphs earlier. I'm not sure of the exact makeup. I can't remember. I think it's 10 cards total, 5 cards per hand when you draw back up. And then as you build your deck out or shrink your deck, depending on which way you want to play, you get access to crazy cards, legends that you need to defeat. And once all the legends, I think, are defeated or owned, the game ends. You tally up points. Whoever has the most VP will be the Annihilageddon Xtreme Nacho Legends Cheese Champion and can tell everyone else to go get fucked, basically. We have here some more cards. These are market cards. Oh, these are familiars. So the Skeeve Jester is part of King Skeeve of the Rotten Wand. He costs 6 to bring into play, worth 2 points, gives you 3 power, and can attack to cause people to gain a limped wand. Then you have Duke Freakout Esquire, which is obviously Gonzo, Doctor of Conjurism. You have Conductor Cosmo, which is part of the Choo Choo Thomas style. Buzzy the Chainsaw from Kilgore Murderfist, nice. Spellboy, Wizardman and Bearded Badass and Spellboy. You have Legends of Yore from The Descendant, Weeby Otaku from Kimondo, Raymond Rott, the Bookworm from the Librarian card, Disposable Suitors, Damsel Distressia, the Fuck You Princess. I love it. The Complete Breakfast, Satano Crunch, the Serial Killer. That Complete Breakfast looks like it's been tied up and all the rest of it. We'll come back to more of those later on. We have the Limp Tower of Power, Extreme Nacho Chip. When you gain this, gain 2 Limp Wands. It also means I think you gain an Extreme Nacho Chip when you acquire the card. Wand Polishing, Dirty Wand Polishing. Wow. Hall of Legends. So these are all locations that can stay ongoing in your area, in your play area, and give you ongoing bonuses. The Palm of the Creator. Interpret that any way you will. Dingling Brothers Circus. End of game. Your Dingley VP penalty becomes a bonus instead, so it can turn that -5 into a +5. Gummy Archmaids. So these wizards will allow you to effectively have bigger and better powers and bonuses, allies, things like that. Gummy Archmage. Split Nut Ground Pounder. Holy shit, that looks painful. You have Wizardo Wormster, another wizard that you can bring into your as an ally. Wee Woe Warlocks, who look like they've got crazy daggers just to cause trouble. Bing Ryerson, the Insurer. Fuck that guy. Slippy Tippy, the Peeler. Ugh, gross. Rex Drawringer. It looks like he draws cards. Not just draws cards, physically draws cards, but also draws them from your deck. Lammy the Sacrificer, leading lambs to the slaughter. I love the play on words here. Cruel Nips. He deals 7 damage. Enough said. Pimpspree the Doeman. That's it. Twin Wyverns. War the Robo Wizard. Dinglemount. And more Dinglemount. So these are creatures you can use. Starving Stalkos. Wow, they've eaten what they're delivering. That's dark. But I love it. In all the wrong ways. Succulent Succubus. She's a succubus made out of cactus, which is fantastic. You have a Super 6. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, Super 6 Satan. Even just looking at the cards in your hand, you're going to be giggling like a freaking schoolgirl, and I love that. It's so fucking cool. Generic High Fantasy Orc. High Fantasy Orc. Is he smoking? No, he's not that kind of high. The Sinquisition. Nobody expects the Sinquisition. Huge Blobbies. I can't help but laugh. It's so good. I love it. Crazy MIB, Man in Box. Then you have a Bowles Brothers. And they're mirrored, because if you have both of them, you get a bonus. A Beer Holder. Shagoth the Flesh Pile. Jesus Christ, that looks insane. Absolutely mental, and I dig it. Oh my God. I forgot how insane these games can be. In the best way, Cryptozoic, yes, they put out all the DC stuff for the deck building game and everything else, and they do some great stuff. But the Epic Spell Wars line is just stupidly ridiculous. I dig it. It's so good. All right, we've got more creatures. Oh, Jesus. Sex Squatch, +3 power for each creature you control. Then you have a Lo-Fi, which is a spell. You and another player draw a card. Then you've got Wolf Cookie Gobbling yep, fair enough. That's a bit of a concern. You have Summon Trash, and you've got the President Asshole in the background getting destroyed. Win More. That helps you obviously win. Wizard Waste. Just draw up to 2 cards in hand. Hocus Focused Fire, and you've turned into a cannon. Annihilate people. Poo Pal Punishment. He's shitting on an orc. As you do. I mean, that's just what happens. It's just ridiculous. Brainy Storm. Don't give a shit. Reveal the top card of your deck. In the original Annihilageddon, there was a wizard called Deep Shit, and you could literally summon him to your side. He was literally very much a guru in the terminology, but he was a shit, like a literal turd. Wish for More Lamps. Friendality, so you deliver a cake out of your stomach. Oh, that's a bit gross. Dinglelish Dish, roasting dingles. Dead Fred. When you play this, gain an Xtreme Nacho chip for each one of your Dead Wizard tokens. Okay, so there you go. More Dead Red, Dead Ned, Dead Jed. Xtreme Nacho Wand. Mega Merch Limited Edition T-shirt. So these are like your upgrades that you would get in the DC game, but obviously they're treasures. Golden Parachute. And I think, no, they've all got the same back. Idol of the Lucky Bitch. Fair enough. Helmet of Horror. Bolzor's Ultimate Cup. Dingleberry Wand. The Witch Wart. Holy shit, that looks gross. Concentrated Evil. Don't touch it. Fair enough. Wand of Poser Punishing. Fat Culamobile. Fat Culamobile, like Dracula, but Fatula. Not Live Stripper Pole. Wow. Oh my. Okay. I just love it. It is ridiculous. We have got one more pack of cards to go, and then we're going to move on to some of the other bits and pieces that we have for you, and there is a bit to get through, so just bear with us. We have got more plastic for the floor. Fuck that off. Now we have more familiars, the Turdlings from President Asshole. What does that tell you? Then we have the Scared Stiff Club, which is a familiar, but also a location. So it affects, is it both cards? These are promos. The Tomb of Nil. Nil, Void God of Infinite Suffering. That's the guy on the front of the box. He looks crazy. Tiny, the Pet Wizard from Hogs the House. Pal Center, your feedbag friend. Oh, so these are some of the familiars. Are they from the promos or the other box in the base game or something else entirely, which I'll show you shortly? Spoiled Milk and the Terratots. Candy Commandos. Hando, the Living Hand from Wando, the Living Wand. Yes, fair enough. Gimby the Goblin Gimp. Wow. We have Wolf-Eye of Wixar the Witch King. Yes, there you go. Leviathan Seed from Dagon the Deep Doom. Pussy the Whipped. Wow, that's Agony Art. Doggo the Grim from Matsar Rimbus Eternal, the Doggo Daddy. The Munchies from Token Sack. Yes, there you go. Legendary Treasure, Heart of the Battle Wizard, limited edition. Draw a card, gain 3 Xtreme Nacho chips. End of game if this card is in an Epic Spell Wars card sleeve, gain 2 extra VP. It's representative of Corey Jones, the creator and founder of Cryptozoic. You have a legend location, Sad Province of the Peat Farm, ongoing. These cards have got foils. Oh my god. So this is, I don't know if you can see it on the overhead, but these are actually foiled cards. Holy crap balls. Ongoing, and there's nothing on there. It's just an ongoing card, stays in play. It's worth 6 points at the end of the game. You have a Plantasia Snatcher. These are sick. 4 power. You may swap H. Oh my god, these are awesome. I forgot these were in here. Explosivo, the Diarrhea Mancer. Oh man. Oh, that's a foil card you just don't need to see. That's nasty. All right, you've got Scruffy Twatter's Elder Wand, who looks like Harry Potter, obviously. And that's a crazy... Oh, the foils on these are epic as hell. I love it. Bartholomew Blackbart, who's a legendary wizard that you can attack. Lucky Double-Headed Dingler. Wow, there you go. The Sin O'Biting. These foil cards are sick. Legendary Blisteria, Queen of the Genital Harpies. Wow. Fat Killer's Snack Cart. Oh my god, these are so good. My Bodyguard of Legend, which is a legendary treasure. The foil, the overhead is just not going to do it justice. I love it. Lady Gore Orgy, the Delicious Dead. Oh my god. Goldie the Goose. You have Death for Lunch. You have the Throne of Fuckery, which... That's one of my favorite cards. It costs 11 to defeat, but oh my god, it's worth a lot of points. Immortality Combatant. You have Party at Riley. You have Papa Boner's Pylon. Wow. Polymorph Dingler, so you can turn someone into a Dingler. You have a Viagra's the Hard Lord. Wow. The Limp Wand. Attack 4 power, deal 7 damage to target player. If you defeat them this way, you may give them up to 3 Limp Wands from your hand or discard pile, or the Limp Wand stack. Don't get defeated by the Limp Wand. You have Dr. Continuum and Little Farty, so very much a Rick and Morty reference. The Dingling Brothers. You have Orbital Wizatellite Strike. You have the Merry Reaper. You have Duckamando's Gatling Wand. Attack. It deals 28 damage in 1 turn, plus 3 power for each kill made with that card. Epic Heist. You have a Mr. Bun Rogue Familiar. You have a Deal with the Devil, 6 power, destroy a number of cards in your discard pile. Extreme Nacho Annihilageddon Arena. Your attacks deal double damage to your foes if that card is still in play. Saint Schadenfreude, 5 power. Target foe gains 2 dead wizard tokens from outside the game. This attack can't be redirected back at you, but it can still be avoided. The Vortex of Ultimate Fuckery, ongoing. The first time you deal damage with an attack each turn, plus power equal to the total attack damage dealt. Holy shit. The Ultimate Winner's Wand. Attack 8 power. Attack, deal 1 damage to target foe. If you defeat them this way, you win the game and everyone else can suck it. It is worth 20 to buy, so you need 20 power to buy that card. Holy shit, that's fucking incredible. They look amazing. I forgot they were in there. Oh my god, what the hell is wrong with me? How did I not know that? How did I not remember that? Okay, that is all the different cards, familiars, tokens and everything else. Let's fuck off this box. Now I have, let's put that over there. We have some extra bits and pieces for you. This is Xtreme Nacho Legends, and as much as I love these crazy corn chip chits, I want to play with corn chips, but not actual corn chips, because the orange cheesy powder will get all over the fucking cards and make an absolute fucking mess. So we have these. Now these are Xtreme Nacho Legends chips. That is literally what they are. I've just smacked the table. Fuck. All right. Plastic goes on the floor. Let's rip into this box. What do we have in store here? I think these are going to fit in the main box. I hope they are, because that is where I'm going to put them. It's more plastic, more boxes. This can fuck off. This is... I'm so excited to swear, can you tell? These are literally plastic nacho chips that you can use for your game. Now, the plastic here, this can fuck off as well. These are... I love proper components. They are cheesy, they are translucent. There was a huge debate on Kickstarter about the color of these, whether they were too orangey, translucent. They've got the bumps on them. Don't actually eat them. They're not for eating, but they look fantastic. As pain in the ass as it is now that I was thrown out the bag, I've got, what was his god's name? Token sack? Here he is. A token sack, literally, for these chip bits. How awesome is it? It looks so good. And it's got the double-sided tokens. And I think because of the fact that they raised so much crazy fundage with this game that is bringing about all the absolute chaos, we got not one, but two. So I'm going to have these on display, and you will have the option to grab in from the plastic nacho chips. But if we run out of those, we've got the other dodgy ones as well, which I'll have in the other bag. I do like there's a slight bend in those as well. So they're not exactly flat. They're like a proper corn chip, which is bloody brilliant. I love it. So good, so good. I love it. It's just amazing. The absolute silliness and riotous laughter we're going to have as we play this around the table is going to be fantastic. I am hoping that I'm going to get a bit of a boys' weekend on Saturday night this weekend to be able to play this crazy piece of shit. Not piece of shit, because it's amazing. Now, as much content as there is in that base game box, there is, of course, an expansion, and I am talking about the Annihilageddon Gangbangers. Now, this is a separate standalone expansion. It is, I don't know if you can play it on its own. I think you need the base game to bring it in. There's 120 extra cards with all sorts of fuckery, and you can basically choose a gang to bring to the table to fight alongside you and cause absolute epic chaos as well, because that's the aim of the game. So I will rip off the plastic because we don't need that shit. Let's get that out of here. I really hope Charlotte never watches this video. That can fuck off. We have here, boom, there it is. Let's get that out of the way. There it is. Epic Spell Wars of the Battle Wizards. Annihilageddon Gang of Bangers. And there's all sorts of crazy chaos and things as well. Deck building game expansion. Now, I believe this is compatible with the original Annihilageddon as well as Annihilageddon 2 Xtreme Nacho Legends. Let's rip into it and show you what is in the box. We're going to pop that one to the side. We have a rule book, which is pretty much the same as the other rule book. It'll just basically talk about how the expansion works. This is the third team, Gigantush, the giant stink baby. Holy crap! God's truck nuts. The dialogue, it's ridiculous. This talks about different mayhem. Not a standalone product. You must expansion with epic spells about Annihilageddon or Annihilageddon 2. So yes, it needs to be mixed. It talks about all the different things, breakdown of the gangs, more brains, more mentally taxing, who's good to use, who's not good to you, new standees, secret dead wizard tokens, Cthulhu kids, how it all sort of works with those folks, legend clarification, and then those are the epic spell wards of the Battle Wizards game, standalone game. So you've got Mount Skullsfire, which was the OG, then you had Rumble at Castle 10 to Kill, Panic at Pleasure Palace, Murder Shroom Marsh, and then the fifth one, which is due out, Hijinks at Hell High. And then you've got this, the Don't Be a Fucking Crybaby contract, which basically makes sure everyone is ready to play and isn't going to crack at the stats and all the rest of it, which is fun. We have another standee here, which I won't punch out. Oh, look, let's do it. Fuck it, let's punch it out. So we have here, oh, he says, trying not to rip the damn thing, a standee, which is very much gangbanger style. We've got chainsaw, pistols, bayonet blades, dead wizard tokens. It just looks good. You pay one less to buy legends. Ooh, is there something on the back? Yes, there is. I didn't look at that. So on the back of this one for the Xtreme Nacho Legends, you have, when you defeat a foe, gain this standee at the end of your turn, gain an Xtreme Nacho chip. So when you defeat somebody, you will be able to grab your Xtreme Nacho chips and cause all sorts of chaos, which we love. Dead Wizard tokens. Now they're -3, but they've got this crazy ink style and the glasses gold tooth because they're gangbangers. Secret. End of game. Destroy each of your limp wands. That stops you from getting negative points. That's cool. I like that. So then we have here some more bits and pieces. We have, oh, there's dice. What have we got here? We've got ongoing. We've got hideouts. We've got legendary treasure chest, which costs 8. When you gain a legend treasure card, put it on the bottom of your deck. When you gain a legend treasure card without buying it, gain it from the bottom of the legend stack rather than the top. So you'll have a deck of cards on there. You have hideout gangbangers. Now these hideouts are where you place your gangbanger cards. So at the start of the game, you'll actually have a deck of cards that'll sit on that tile. And then as you play the game, you can pay power costs to pull those gangbanger cards into your hand to cause all sorts of crazy shit. More dead wizard tokens, more tokens for days. We'll put those to the side so we don't get them mixed up. We have blinged out dice. We have all sorts of crazy stuff. We have cards for days. We have the gang wizards themselves, the leaders, I should say. Now these are, I think, just extra wizards for the game. I don't know if, yes, they're just extra wizards. So we've got here Papa Bona the Voodoo King. Enough said, really. And then you've got here Typhoon Master of Mayhem, who looks like he's just epic. He looks very Simpsons-y in terms of his artwork. And the different, it's great. It's great. I love it. We'll leave those to last. Let's have a look. We've got here some standard ballistic bits and pieces, cards for days. Again, they've got pull tabs on them, but fuck that. Knife rules. Knife beats plastic. Plastic on the floor. There is a collection of shit down here. It's crazy. All right, we've got the Blasting Glyph, which is a starting card, which we know and love from the other game. Mayhem, players with the most dead wizard tokens summon a gangster from their crib. Yo. Then you have the Infernal Contract. During your turn, you must play this before you take other actions. Roll 2d6, and then tells you what's going on. If you roll a 12, you gain a legend and heal 666 HP. If you roll a 2 or a 5, Satan player defeats you, destroy this, draw a card. So these are specific to the Satan player. So if you play as Satan in the game, you can have Infernal Contracts, which will cause, obviously, all sorts of trouble. Ooh, blinged out gangster cards. Goldo, Little Goldo the Dragon. That's got a foil on it, which is awesome. Deal 3 damage to target foe. Then you have Bling the Dwarf. You have Bling the Troll. You have, oh, these are all legend cards. They're so good. I love it. Little Cat, Tiny Kitty of Kittenish Doom, like an exploding kitten. You have a mind control device. A mind control device. Holy shit. Wealth transfer system. Yep. Electric nipple clamps. CIA brand. Lucky's jackpot helmet helps you get treasure. Plumber shrooms. Draw a card to summon a gangster. Grim Reaper's brand scythe. Death wand. Time of the time fetus. Wow. Shrink ray gun, deck of destiny with a big fuck you fingers, shitty old chest. When you gain this, you play it immediately, roll 2d6 and it will tell you what happens. Tomb of the Grim Reaper, wand of Jenny. Sure. If you picked Magnus Jenny Jellybean, pick 2 additional legends. Eldritch Lance, Double Deagles, Carlotta's Familiar's Cauldron, Shoggoth Pop. Wow, don't put that in your mouth. Gory Guzzler's Gouger. Defensive Suppository Nuke. Wow. Willie's Long Lost Testicle. Ball. Ball of the Wild Eye. God's Truck Nuts. Roll 2d6 and you may gain a card with less cost than the total you rolled. You may gain legends this way. If you roll doubles, you may put that card into your hand and play it immediately. Saint Salty Peter's Limp Rod. Wow. Mind Flayer's Whip. Annihilageddon Arena Souvenir Cup. Nice. Shield of the Spider's Ass. This is ridiculous. Monkey Paw Nunchucks. Satan's Stripper Pole. Ongoing, once on each of your turn. Doubling Swords. Legendary Lock. Pick at the top 3 cards of the legend stack. Put 2 of them at the bottom of the legend stack. So you have the legend stack that obviously is existing in the game. And when that's finished, as I said, that's the end of the game. We have a couple more foil cards, I believe. Oh my god, the foils are amazing. I dig it. Dig it, dig it, dig it. Looks fantastic. I wasn't going to sleeve this game, but now they've got those plastics, I think I'm going to have to get the sleeves out and have a bit of sleeving. The packaging looks like it will hold all the sleeved cards as well, which is awesome. So we've got more of these legendary cards. We've got a Merqueen, as in a Merkin, not a Merking, a Merqueen. Now these are actually part of the different gangs that you can play as. So this is a Merkin Gangster. Merqueen, Merkin, 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 Mercules, Shredder, the Skate Rat leader, Skate Punk, Skate Punk, Skate Punk, Bubbo, Bolzor, the Quenchinator, Cuddle Cultist. Jesus Christ, that's a bit graphic. Then you've got here Abby Azatoth. Wow. Shami Shubnigarath, Nikki Naliotep, Kathy Cthulhu, Harry Hasta, Lude Apela. Wow. Peeping Tomato, Berry's Gone Wild, Busted Cherries, Cheeky Peach. Then you got the Bone Queen, Boner Boy, all the Boner Boys, The Grave Robber, Voodoo Dolly, Beelzebug Beta, Crossroads Johnson, Grody Roadie, Skeeve Sinner, Gothicus Glumgrim, Styx Blazer, Dee Deep Cuts, Jesus, Dark Reverend, Das Evil, and then you have these crazy, are these treasure cards? Yes, so maybe I should check the backs of those because you've got gangs for the gangbangers. So they've got this gangs logo. So you don't actually put them as part of the main market deck. They become those separate cards that go on those hideouts that we saw earlier. You have, let's see, we've got more cards here that could be treasures. So they have that same back on them. Skate Rats. Once on each of your turns, if you played a defense card or a creature card, summon a gangster. Kaluthu Kids, as in Cabbage Patch Kids, but not quite. Merkin Kingdom. Boner Boys, Freaky Fruit, Rockin' Satan, Little Goldos. And they are the different clans, I guess, or gangs that you can run with. Then you have a familiar Mayhem Elemental for Typhoon, Biggie Black Constrictor from Papa Boner de Voodoo King. Then you have familiar for Bubbo's Fleas from the Skates Rats, Bubbo's Fleas, Skate Rats, and then another Blasting Glyph, which is obviously playable as a starting card. And then we have these beautiful blinged out D6s. Now, for those of you familiar with the Epic Spell Wars games, they had D6s in them that you would use to roll up damage, etc. So these are blinged out. The 6 is a spray can. The one is a big finger, giving you a little bit of a fuck you, which I love. So, and they've got these artwork. 6 and a 1, of course. But they've got this, the gilded, it's screen printed, which, whatever, it's gold foil, I don't mind, it's epic. But the drops of the paint spraying down, which is fantastic. I dig it. It looks so good. Now, that is pretty much it for our Epic Spell Wars Annihilageddon Extreme Nacho Legends 2. Annihilageddon 2 Extreme Nacho Legends box. However, there is one final thing. We have already had a bit of a look at it. It's on the back of the rulebook for Gangbangers. It actually got shipped separately, and I don't know why. It arrived in a separate package. But we are talking about the Don't Be a Fucking Crybaby contract. Now, there is a whole pad of these. Like, this is literally... So, I'm not going to use this just for Epic Spell Wars. This is going to apply to game nights no matter what we do. It's officially for the Infernal contract with one of the characters in the game, but... Playgroup, if you come out and you play a game and you're going to whinge and carry on, you just won't be welcome. So if you want to give in and carry on and stop playing, you can forfeit the contract by allowing everyone else at the table to call you a crybaby and punch you in the genitals. That's what it says. It's here in the fine print. They don't have to, but if they want to, they get a free shot at your nuts. So that's it. I love it. Players shall not bitch, whine, or complain about getting their asses stomped repeatedly and robustly, even though it's totally fucking bullshit. Their opponent is a lucky ass bitch, and fuck it, I give up. And there's enough for 5 people to sign this contract as well, and plenty of contracts to go around, which I dig. Holy shitballs bonsai, there is so much going on in this crazy ass game. I dig it. Can't wait to get it to the table. As I said, hoping to get it to the table for a boys weekend this weekend, along with some other crazy stuff that is not appropriate for children. But that is it. The only thing that I need to do, and I'll try to do, we'll see how we go. Let's have a look. The only thing that we do is show you what it looks like when it's all set up, all the components are all ready to go. So, without further ado, roll that motherfucking footage. Chaos, right? Cards for days, artwork for days, epic insanity for days. The starter cards, the starter decks, even just the limp one tokens and the cards are just balls to the wall, batshit crazy. The expansion allows for so much insanity as you bring more cards out of your gangbanger hideout into play. And if you get lots of those cards out, it's just going to be absolute chaos. I dig it. If you have a copy of Epic Spell Wars and Annihilageddon 2 Xtreme Nacho Legends or the Gangbangers expansion, I would love to hear your thoughts and love to hear how you went with your playthroughs. Did you get absolutely Annihilageddon? Did you get annihilated? Did you get absolutely stomped? Did you win? How many dead wizard tokens did you collect throughout the game? And what do you think of those nacho chips? I will try to get a playthrough in. It's going to be very difficult because obviously I can't play this one with the kids. But we'll see how we go. If you would prefer, who's your favorite wizard as well? Not just for Epic Spell Wars, not just Annihilageddon, but do you have a favorite wizard from across the entire Epic Spell Wars line? Let us know in the comments below your thoughts. As always, it would be remiss of me not to thank our Patreon subscribers and our YouTube subscribers, you as well, for allowing us to continue to do all the crazy stuff we do. Cryptozoic, Corey Jones, and the team for putting this together. Fantastic. It's going to be a lot of fun for all the wrong reasons, and we love it. Thank you very much for joining us, folks. Get out there, play more games, stay social, be kind to each other, look after one another, spread the love as well as the pain. And we will see you back here for some more epic board gaming content and some D&D content as well. So get back to the table. And then if you want to, you can always check out some videos that we've got around the YouTubes right now. There's plenty to watch, see, and do. Otherwise, folks, we will see you back here very, very soon. Until then, my friends, it is bye for now. That's it. We're done. Fuck off. Off you go.